Okay, cheers. Hello and welcome to our internet show.
It's a show for the internet.
Amari and I have made a lot of things in the last few years that, if I may be so bold, have looked maybe a little bit more like art than formal internet content.
But we love content.
We do love content. And as much as I love a 200-hour edit on a silly 3-minute song more than anybody. But sometimes, it would be nice to have something where we can record it and not have to do so much editing.
And we make stuff that we don't always share with anybody, and sometimes it's just like for fun and for our own amusement. And that's something we're going to share with you today, is something we never planned on sharing with anybody. So this felt like the right forum for that conversation, because it's not meant to be taken very seriously, but maybe will be a form of inspiration for somebody if they're watching this and they're going, that looks weirdly fun.
Do you think my intro was too slouchy? Because I'm realizing I'm pretty slouchy.
No, I think you look slouched enough.
The closest thing we've ever done to this thematically is ironically on the other end of the spectrum, where we spent, I think I calculated, more than 1,000 hours on our Prisoners of Azkaban video, which reflects our lockdown situation. And of course, that video is over 2.5 hours long.
The longest video you had done until recently.
The longest video that no one's ever seen.
Yeah. We've actually shared it. We did a screening of it at one point.
Yes.
Because when you put in that kind of time with something, you do feel like you want it to see the light of day. And so we did a screening for our... So the whole idea was that we were going to take all of the audio content from the best Harry Potter movie, the third movie, Prisoners of Azkaban, and we were going to revoice it. We did a lot of the music ourselves, singing it with our mouths, and did all the voices, the sound effects. It's in the same realm of what we're doing today, which is taking some Harry Potter content, some Harry Potter stories, and making them our own. Yeah.
Yeah, so two completely non-controversial things, AI and Harry Potter. No, actually, this is good. This could be our breakout moment.
Yeah.
We are almost to 5 million subs, and this is it.
I think this is going to put us on the
So guys, if you're watching this video right now and you're not subscribed, go ahead and ring that bell. Hit the buttons like button as well.
Hit the subscribe button and
get us to 5 million. The 5 millionth subscriber, we are going to give you 5 years worth of chocolate milk.
I don't know how to even talk about that.
That's a Chris and Amari
generosity
promise. Okay, I think we should get started.
Yeah.
Enough fuss. No, that's an intro. Enough intro.
Yeah, but we should probably just tell them what we actually did.
So what we did was we decided to spend a lazy Saturday in bed, and we put on the Harry Potter movies, something that we've both seen a number of times. Mm-hmm. And I had recently just listened to a Vergecast where they were showing this Drake Laser Bong song that they had made on the show. And in that conversation, they talked about some of the ways that you could just make your own AI songs. And this was, kind of early in, it was, AI had been around for a minute. People were talking about ChatGPT, whatever.
But it was 2024 in the summertime.
Yeah, very good.
June, July.
Yeah. And so I said, I'm going to go to one of these sites. And of course, the tone of the Vergecast, which is, technology podcast, was... these kind of sound like trash, and this company's going to get shut down, but we'll see.
And Chris said, you know what, Mari, we should try this out before it goes to court, because there's no way this company isn't going to be pulled into court in the next 12 months, and this technology isn't going to be available for us to play with anymore. So he's like, let's make some songs using Udio. And that was just kind of the beginning, and we really fell in love with writing songs using this platform, Udio.
And the other thing, I mean, I think the other thing, and a lot of people are talking about this right now, is we kind of missed the 2000s internet, in which there were a lot more Wild West things. And people, I probably made 1,000 websites for free on these free website makers. And yeah, I think embracing a little bit more of that Wild West nature of the internet sometimes.
And I think for a lot of us who have maybe childhood stories or even heroes, celebrities, artists who we no longer really identify with who those people are in terms of their values, in terms of where they fall politically, maybe we just don't resonate with that voice anymore. But you still want to engage with these stories. You still want to engage with the things that brought you a lot of joy when you were a kid. But it's like, how do you do that in a way that isn't, that isn't putting these voices continuously forward, because it doesn't seem like it's aligned with you anymore, but you still want to play. You still love these worlds. You grew up in them. And so I think for us, this was one way that we could continue to engage in this world, but we didn't have to stick within the parameters of the story or what the author says the story means or what other people say that the author says that the story means. Instead, you can kind of take something and make it your own. And to me, this is very of this moment where you have content under a layer of content under a layer of content. And I think that's what kind of makes this so interesting, is that you have this ladder that you're kind of stepping on from the original story. We're talking about the Harry Potter world into our own kind of recreation and synthesis of that story. And then now this is us sharing that synthesis with you guys. So,
there's this thing that I think the people say the nostalgia cycle is 20 years. Is that, or 30 years?
20.
20. Okay. I guess it depends on how hip you are. Right? Because maybe the hipsters are going 20 years and then the normies are going 30 years. And that's why the hipsters are always they're focusing on 5 years before me.
Yeah, maybe.
So if it's the 2000s,
yeah,
and that's when you and I were both listening to a lot more emo, the genre of music.
Yeah.
Is this a bad transition?
No, this is a perfect for the first song.
So yeah, the way that this whole thing kind of started, we said, okay, Udio, it just says type in what the song should sound like. Type in your lyrics and we will make it a song. And it takes about 15 to 45 seconds? No, a minute.
A minute.
It takes a minute to do 30 seconds of song. And it'll generate two different types, and then you'll click one.
Listen to it.
You can listen to them, choose your favorite, and then you can click extend and then type in more lyrics, 65 words, and then click, and then you get two options. And so that's kind of how these songs were built, just to give you the basic mechanics.
So we wrote the lyrics and we kind of described the genre, the voice, maybe the vibe of the song, but then AI does the rest in terms of generating two options, and then we work within one of those options to make a full length song, or usually around a minute of song content.
And just so you don't have to tell us, the ethics, where this gets ethically gray is Udio is just taking all of and this has been proven, all of the history of recorded music essentially, and putting it into its, is it a large language learning model?
Maybe.
Anyways, I don't know, but it's putting it into its AI system and using all of the world's history of recorded music, which they did not pay for, using that to generate these songs. How did they prove it? Jason Derulo, which I think is just great. They essentially typed in the description of a Jason Derulo song, and when the AI generated it on the beginning, they had his little tag, Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Yeah, it had that on the front of the song. So okay, clearly they did not just make that up, So this is drawing from,
And I say, what, as users, I think we often don't really find ourselves wrestling with these ethical questions as the users of this content. Maybe
consumers.
It's the consumers. Mm-hmm. But if you're behind the button, generating stuff and enjoying it, I think it does become a little bit more gray. And I say, step into that. I think, why not play with this thing and see what it feels like to, The thing about it is that we actually really love the music that we've made, and what we're going to share with you today is something music we've listened to more than we would want to ever admit, because we like it. We like the words, we like the vibe that we create in the songs, and so yeah, I'm a big fan of the music I make using video.
Open Mike Eagle, one of my favorite rappers, and he's making videos now as well. I mean, I don't know how long he's been making videos, but I've been turned on to them recently. But he said 2025 is the year of normalizing liking your own music.
Make your own music, like your own music.
And that, I guess, is a great segue into our first song. So why don't we get started with you? So Amari really focused in on Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, I focused in on Chamber of Secrets because that's what we were watching when we were doing this. It's also outside of the third movie, my favorite Harry Potter movie. I just think it has all those cozy childhood feelings of, this world is really being opened up to us, but without all the darkness of some of the later movies and books even. So, I think I also was kind of, feeling the nostalgic of my teenage years where I was listening to a lot more like emo pop punk music as a genre, kind of
Yummy.
a little bit. Kind of just in my feelings. And I do think Chamber of Secrets is a movie that allows you to get into your feelings a little bit if you're making music for it. So
if you have pop punk in your head as like, oh yeah, that was kind of a lame, childish genre, I encourage you to go back because
listen to it again.
The drums are pretty incredible, and the
melodies are super catchy.
It's funny that going back that we think of it as punk because it's just like, I'd say pop with distorted guitars and a little bit of attitude, a little bit of whine.
Some whiny sadness.
But it's great, man.
It's not really punk.
Better than I remembered. I feel like something like Jack's Mannequin, which I know you listened to more than I did in high school, but when you put it on the other day, I was just thinking, I was so judgmental of this as a teenager. So but no, this is great. Why was I was like, oh, that's for girls or whatever.
Yeah. That's just what happens when you're a teenager.
Mannequin, that must be for girls.
Yeah. Mannequins are what they put clothes on. Ew.
We don't have mannequins at Salvation Army. Okay, so I think we'll get ready to play the first song.
Sorting Hat's Anthem.
Sorting Hat's Anthem. So we're going to put the lyrics up on the screen because one thing about AI music is pronunciation is variable.
And you have to understand, we made a lot of this stuff hanging out on a Saturday afternoon. So sometimes we don't use the best grammar. Sometimes our spelling isn't right. So it's helpful if you see the lyrics as you're listening to the music.
Sorting Hat's Anthem. Here we go. Anything you want to say about the song before we start it?
Yeah, I think this is actually about the first movie.
Oh,
interestingly enough. So we're going back. Yeah. I think the whole thing about the Sorting Hat is wild as a plot device that you would just take these kids and you divide them into houses and then that's their like enemy lines for the next 7 years. And that's how the world also works too in the Harry Potter universe. So I was just...
I hate the world.
That's how like the adults all fall in these same house lines and it's starting so young. And so you can look at it like this is just how systems and social stratification happens, right? It starts when we're really young and it lasts forever. But the other thing is that you can see that these institutions like Hogwarts are just replicating it and then we replicate it again and again. So it's just like either a microcosm or it's just always like this. And that's kind of what the song was kind of poking fun at is just how much this underpins a lot of the enemy lines and like the conflict that we see in this story. So that's what I'm talking about.
While you're here, your house will be like your family. The sorting ceremony will begin momentarily. Led into the great hall, segmented by our 11-year-old personalities. The dark forest is strictly forbidden to all. The dark forest is strictly forbidden to all. And stay away from the third floor hall. There's not a witch or a wizard who went bad that wasn't in Slytherin. Plenty of courage and not a bad mind either. Where to put me? To be sure, better to be Gryffindor. Well, that's it down my ears listening to the isolation I already fear. Let me be the nice stranger boy and the girl called the hair of Slytherin and had fears. Welcome to a new year at Hogwarts. Before we begin our banquet, I would like to say a few words, and here they are. Neat, swift, lover, hot, big, sweet. Not a witch or a wizard who went bad that wasn't in Slytherin. Plenty of courage and not a bad mind either. Where to put me? To be sure, better be.
That's it. That's how they end usually. They just end.
Yeah. Anything you want to say about that? I mean, I think some of your arguments were well made in the song.
Yeah, I think I said what I needed to say. I did pull from the book, and I think we both kind of also pull from the books and the movies in these songs usually. So,
should I close the door? That was so windy.
It feels nice though. But
yeah, let's leave it.
Let's
leave it. No, let's leave it. It's natural. It's content. The wind is content. Sometimes we forget the wind is compressions of air, right? Of molecules.
Just what's leaving our mouth right now.
Edit that out. What's our editor's name? 12. Hey, 12, we're going to need you to edit that out.
Sorry, 12. All right. Do you want to play a song next? Or should we keep, or do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Want me to keep going?
Sure. So this is, I typed in yellow card, and I think I also put raw, emotional, something. Anyways, I didn't listen to Yellow Card myself, except for their songs in the video games SSX 3.
SSX for spectators and competitors alike.
Away, away, away from here I be. Whew. Alec Petsikis when I was in 7th grade. This is way too much information. He was my 2-on-2 basketball partner at lunch. He loved Yellow Card, and he used to wear, he dyed his hair blonde and all the whole thing. Anyways, So Yellow Card, though, I just remember thinking they were great because they were emotional and the violin. And this is also from the second movie. I mean, this is our first song from the second movie. This is from when Harry's just at the Dursleys and life isn't going so good.
Mr. Mason is coming, Vernon wants to make himself a running, but he's feeling very anxious. He really wants to sell those drill bits. So something's gonna say he wrote a bit for admiration, but we bake the cake with a leopard decoration. I'll be up in my room making no noise, pretending that I don't exist. That's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want. Said I should be grateful that you're giving me Dudley's second room, but honestly I feel hateful that my life is a burden to you. Wizard life right now, it's also a bummer. None of my friends have written me this summer, and I'm up in my room making no noise, pretending that I don't exist. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Wow, that song is so good.
Every night I'm sending out, but I hear nothing from my pals. Doesn't anyone care about me? Hogwarts is starting to feel like a dream. I'll be up in my room making no noise, pretending that I don't exist. That's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want. I'm so lost. I'm so lost.
That's the real beating heart of emo, right?
All by myself. Wait, who is that?
A shred of hope.
Who's that house elf?
Wow.
Full circle.
Dobby, baby.
Wow.
I'm really happy with that, the way that one turned out. It's got, and I wanted to show that I'm not just a movies boy. I'm glad that we started with this one for me because there's a lot of information in here that's not in the movie.
Drill bits, for one.
Okay, maybe that's it. I had Mr. Mason's name. I don't know if his name is in the movie. Anyways, I just wanted to set the tone like, hey, this is some book stuff.
This is book lore. We're not just talking movie lore.
Yeah. Okay, can we play one of your songs?
Yeah.
You said Secrets Under the Willow?
Yeah, Secrets Under the Willow.
I think we found the train. Welcome home to us. It swerved and curved beneath. We should have taken the bus. My wand, look at my wand. Just be thankful it wasn't your knife. Tossed at the base of a willow, a chase to what's forbidden. That is going to kill me. How do we keep this hidden? Dash into the school, spotted my ghost. There's no way out of this curse. Saved by my chronic golden house. Nepotism, Mr. Sorted. Tossed at the base of a willow, a omen for what's to come. Someone wants me gone from Hogwarts to the trauma I've gone down.
This is very Solange.
Look at my wand. The car, what about the car? Expel, Snape's the dream come true.
You put in bedroom pop, R&B, a song about a train watching you below.
I had to punish myself.
That's a very big audio experience. Is
Yeah.
right when one song ends.
It just starts playing the next song and whatever.
but it's only one song
Yeah.
for each creator. So for
Yeah.
me, it has this one, whatever.
very aggressive song.
So you
of
put
hers.
in, it should be very breathy and slightly like a dance song. Bedroom pop, R&B.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's it.
There was moments I was like, oh, this sounds like the Dirty Projectors. And then others were, oh, this sounds just like a Solange.
This is a more unique song.
Yeah,
that
this
I've
is
done.
the only maybe one that's not in the rock genre of All Day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible, but yeah, this is just about them arriving to Hogwarts in the second movie. They should have taken the bus, but they stole that car.
Okay, so this next song for me, I think I typed in folk punk, like bands like Defiance, Ohio, and these other like punk bands from the Midwest, I guess mostly that I'm thinking of, that would be like they'd have a drummer, acoustic guitar, and a bass player, and a violin, and maybe a trumpet, and they would do like kind of cool, intellectual punk emo music. Here we go. This is about the beginning of the fourth movie when they're going to the World Cup.
That's not any manky old boot. It's a port key. A port key. 1, 2, 3, let's the Irish, the Troy, Mullet and Moran, Bulgaria with crumb. It's the 422nd Quidditch World Cup. It's the 422nd Quidditch World Cup. Grows like a bird with the way he rides the wind. More than an athlete, an artist on the wind. Oh shit, it's the Death Eaters. Get back to the portkey, my scar hurts, I can't make haste. I saw a man in bushes, but I didn't see his face. The dark mark, up in the sky, here we are, at the scene of the crime. Hamlet and Moran, Bulgaria with crumb. It's the 422nd World Cup. 400 and something World Cup.
I had some personality, so it doesn't sound
The Weasley twins made a good bet that Ireland would win, but Crumb get the snitch. But that fucking cheapskate, Ludo Bagman, is a very, very bad man. People are so fucking terrible. Winky, the house elf, was caught holding the one that cast that nasty mark in the sky. Something's wrong with the Crouch family. There's something not quite right. Something's wrong with the Crouch family. We're starting to suspect something on this crazy night.
I like when my syllables are just crazy. Somehow the beat just like stretches, and
the
it's like,
song really
how do they get that many
molds.
syllables in there?
I love how when you look at the lyrics, so this is what Chris would input in, and so you can really see, sometimes you have to adjust the pronunciation. Like if you spelled Quidditch correctly, the AI
You might get it right, you might not.
Yeah, and I think we tried it, and the reason why it's spelled that way is because when you put it in Quidditch, it just came out like, it's just, the pronunciation is bad, and it instructs you, I think, in the instructions to actually
be
do
phonetic,
that, to be phonetic when possible, but I do think it's like important for the lyrics.
Something that strikes me while listening to this right now is so much of the complaint about AI music is that it's soulless.
This is not soulless.
But what I think is interesting is as I listen to this, it actually sounds like a group of like 12 people jamming in the way that nothing that I've listened to that's been produced in the last 5 years sounds like a room of people jamming. Even music that is recorded as a room of people jamming, it doesn't have this like room energy that sometimes, and I know that all of these instruments are like weird representations of themselves, and like horns will sometimes like morph from a guitar horn sound to a guitar sound or whatever.
Guitarn, if you would.
Guitarn. We need a name for this, but I think we would just call it the Chris and Amari podcast. 2 shotguns and a yellow couch. Okay.
What I like about this, when I listen to it, is I realize how much we've listened to it because we know the words.
Yeah.
Like we have our favorite bits. Like Something's Wrong with the Crouch Family makes me laugh every time because that's just the vibe of the book. And I don't think it's the movie vibe, but it's definitely the book vibe. It's you're like, there's something wrong here.
Yeah, there's a lot more talk on the Crouch Family. Okay, I was thinking about just playing Rogue Bludger next. Or do you have an order?
No, you can play Rogue.
Anything you want to say about this? I feel like maybe, what was the inspiration for this song?
Let's listen to it and then talk about it.
Alright there, Scarhead, watch yourself. I got myself a rogue bludger, and it's too risky for outside help. I swallowed the snitch after shattering my wrist. Dissolved my bones by a charlatan without wits. You are in for a rough night. Regrowing bones is a nasty business. It was you. You stopped the barrier letting me through. It was you. Underestimated and underrated in all you do.
I like the space here.
Yeah.
Making me think about my actions.
Throw a snake at my feet. An unconscious tongue says all the rumors start flying across the dueling hall. You were there, you heard me. How can I speak a language without knowing I can?
Oh, that's deep.
It was you. You stopped the barrier letting me through. It was you. A little hero with an inconvenient truth. Alone in the hospital wing, a new victim is carried through. Colin and his camera shield, concealing a petrified roots. Now Holmes is not safe. Holmes is not safe.
It makes you want to cry.
Hogwarts is not safe.
It's amazing.
So this song for me was, I think, one of the first ones where I was taking lyrics, or I was just taking words from what was being said on the screen and then putting them into the songs. And I was like, wow, this is like meant for like an emo song like this, where he's talking about like, how can I speak a language without even knowing that I can? Like a lot of these lines are just straight from the movie. And they're so emotional and sad. And some of the imagery, though, is extremely kind of graphic, like getting his bones dissolved in his arm. So I just felt like it really served for a song like this.
Okay, so we had the content of the wind. I'm going to add some more delicious content here. This is the soft, soft rain of January. I did not hear that locust before.
And
wow,
the
it's
solar.
It's there all the time. Point again. And then if we point the mic this way, then this is what it sounds like to be off-grid, where you have to rely on the sun for all of your electricity. Shout out sustainability.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it, but it does change your life.
What?
Solar power.
Maybe they can't quite hear the inverter. Can we try to do that duotone? It's 2 tones. They're right next to each other, so it's hard to do. You want to do the first one? I'll do this. No, I'll do the first one. You try to do this one. That's pretty good.
That was good. Yeah, we obviously listen to it a lot. So. There's a whine for sure.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we're capturing.
Okay, so I think now would be a great time to talk about our sponsor. You guys already know we've been talking about this sponsor for a long time. This is Bark Phone. I've been using it for 3 years now.
Practically.
And
it never leaves your hand.
It's honestly changed my life. You know, there's a lot fewer calls coming in through this thing, and it floats. My other phones don't float. Okay, I guess it's my turn. I want to show you a song. You know what? This is going to be a shorter one. This one is about house elf liberation.
Give me your clothes. Free me from this slavery. I'm tired of counting, tired of bleeding. I'm tired of punching myself as the reading. I'm gonna spew all over you. We're gonna spew all over you. It's a society for the promotion of elfish welfare, but it's not fair. Not fair at all. The line between me and freedom is just a show.
30 seconds, in and out.
Wow.
Is that what, 30 seconds? Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, you know, I was not really into Motorhead as a kid, but they had a few songs in like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 or something, and yeah, it was like, oh, I'm not really into this kind of like macho, big mustache rock and roll from the 80s, but
I think it's great.
I'm into it now if I'm writing the lyrics and it's about Harry Potter, yeah, I'm into it now.
Yeah, and also the theme I think really fits.
Maybe the issue with me not liking Motorhead is I don't connect with their themes.
And this one you do.
That's a different video essay.
All over you.
How do I feel about the lyrics of Motorhead songs? Okay, are we ready for another one of your creations?
Yeah.
Wow, it's okay. So it's raining a little bit more. Can you show the people, Amari, with your microphone? This is that ASMR content.
Say it, I'm doomed. How the publicly I deserved it, of course, but I'm no Cornish pixie. You may find yourself facing your worst fears in this room. The voice has my full attention. Didn't you hear it? In the walls we follow each other. I think it's going to kill. I think it's going to kill. I think it's going to kill.
Sounds like it's on stuck.
The voice has my full attention. Didn't you hear it? In the walls we follow each other. I think it's going to kill. I think we found the.
Yeah, interesting. It's like so many nice moments in that song. I see that last time I listened to it, I think it was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Now it's a minute.
It's a minute. I extended it. And what's funny about the extension is that I wrote these lyrics, which sometimes happens with audios. You'll put in what you think, and then it'll just do something completely different. Sometimes it really feels like a real life collaborator where you like are bringing in something, and it's like, no, I don't like any of this. So I just got rid of my second verse in my pre-chorus.
Okay.
And I actually liked it better. I was like, oh, I just like that space, and I really just like the chorus, coming back. So I decided I went with that version that it presented me.
The voice and
Full attention, didn't you hear it?
You know, something about making AI music too is something you'll recognize the voice, which I mean,
yeah, maybe you hear. I don't know.
So
this
for
sounds
me,
really
though,
familiar.
There's parts of the song that I'm like, I mean, it sounds vaguely familiar, but there's one moment of the song, and this band does not have many listeners at all. But I'm just like, wow, that is the duet of Best Friends Forever. Go listen to Best Friends Forever. That album is amazing. Okay, so I guess we're back over to Misa. Shout out Jar Jar Binks, friend of the show. Okay, yes. So this is about the 7th movie. This is when Ron leaves Hermione and Harry. So this one kind of has a little bit of Big Thief energy, like some modern alternative folk. I wanted to make a song that kind of had that I'm alone. You'll notice a theme with my songs, but Ron is feeling so alone when he's wearing that Horcrux around his neck, the locket around his neck. And so this is about him choosing to leave Harry and Hermione and how he feels about it. Try not to cry.
This Horcrux around my neck is making me ill. Every single being I see, I want to kill. And most of all, I see myself as someone who'd be better missing. And I have visions of my love and my best friend kissing. You two'd be better without me. You two better find the Horcruxes without me.
It really nails the emotion, and I love that it looks at the lyrics for musical emotion.
I thought this would be easier, but I can see you'd be happier, getting sleazier with each other. So I left that situation, and I had to apparate away. I found a cool radio station, but things weren't.
You can tell it's a song by me if there's a typo, because I have some spelling errors, and then it pronounces it wrong, which is funny.
Head. Would my life be better if I were dead? I swear to God, my mind's a pressure keg, ready to blow. In light of all the pressure, I just decided to go. You two would be better without me. You two better find the Horcruxes without me. I'm a burden, and I thought this would be easier, but I can see you'd be happier, getting sleazier.
Yeah, man, this is the type of music I'd like to listen to.
I really found that, taking something like a well-worn story, something you know really well, and then kind of getting in touch with the emotionality underneath it, I found it to be really kind of healing, because I felt like even just getting to watch you write this and get in touch with some of the emotions of being alone and deciding to leave because you think things will be better that way. It does kind of allow you to process your own. I don't know. There's some emotional resonance I think that happens when you're working with stuff like this.
I used to be able to express myself that way through my AIM away messages.
Now we don't have any forum for that. There's no platform. Instagram is so professional these days, and we used to have more spaces to talk about how alone we are. So, or even just to articulate it to a small group.
It could be that maybe no one is. Maybe everyone's solved that problem, and no one is. It's just us. Maybe 2025, nobody's alone.
No one else. Oh, good.
We did it.
That's
just
nice.
Listen to songs about loneliness to remember
the nostalgia of being alone.
All right, so let's go back to Amari's channel, Amari's album, and I guess we can do Blue Ford Angela.
Yeah, this is my most developed one that I've done. It was one that came out early on as a clear favorite, and so I worked on it quite a bit. And
it's 9 megabytes, so it must be another. It's like maybe 2 minutes long.
It's 2 minutes and 43 seconds long.
Wow, this is going to be a real treat. Oh, I love this album cover. What the frick is this?
It's such a crazy album cover. It's like, okay.
I had to punish myself. I almost spoke ill of my family. There's a plot. This will always happen canonically.
Do you think the word canonically is my flex?
I belong in your world. I don't belong here. This isn't a great time to have a house elf in my bedroom. They call me disturbed. Bars on my windows. Rescued from the doom by a blue Ford Angela. A claw ensnares me, holding me fast, not lost. Are you my dear? I spot Hagrid at last.
I love that. You're maybe my biggest fan of this song.
Everyone has been so worried. They hoped I only went one grade too far.
How's everyone doing tonight? Cincinnati's our favorite.
Someone wants me to stay home, but home feels like hell. The platform has closed. Dobby's warnings foretell. This isn't a great time to have a house elf in my bedroom. They call me disturbed. Bars on my windows, rescued from the doom by a blue Ford Angela. A claw, and there's me, holding me fast, not lost.
You can see it did its own thing here. Amari told it to say something, and it's like, no, we like that other part.
Secret hidden for 50 years in a diary. Hearing voices in the walls has me questioning my sobriety. This isn't a great time to have a house elf in my bedroom. They call me disturbed. Bars on my windows, rescued from the doom by a blue Ford Angela. I don't belong here. I belong in your world. I don't belong here.
All right, I hear you, but this part is great. I love this. My favorite part of the song.
Too young to be speaking parcel tongue. Parcel tongue. Parcel tongue. I'm too amped up that I can't even start with that Tar Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard the last minute or 30 seconds.
Maybe the last 30 seconds.
Wow, that's great. That's really great. A claw.
My favorite part of doing this practice is the creative parameters of having to use the dialogue from the movie. And so I'm really proud of the song because a lot of it is pulled from the dialogue of, this isn't a great time to have a house elf in my bedroom, which I just think is such a funny thing to say. And it just has a real also, this, like everything's going wrong, and that's a real emotion that comes through in a lot of this emo music.
Okay, so this is going to be maybe my finest creation. Now, this is about the scene in book 7, right? Where they're leaving the Ministry of Magic.
Oh, I love this. This is I think hands down my favorite song.
Oh, here we go. That's cool. So I think for this one, I was polling on more like thrash metal. I don't exactly. Let me see what I typed in. I typed in Motorhead, Dead Kennedys, skate punk, ska punk, metal. Wow, that's a lot of
fun.
So the more genres you type in, the more you're going to get stuff that could be really cool, but it could also be just like, it could sound like trash, like just it has a hard time figuring out, like if you make up a genre, it's going to, I don't know, it might come up with something cool, it might be crazy. Anyways, Motorhead, Dead Kennedys, skate punk, ska punk, metal. And I typed in these lyrics about them trying to get out of the Ministry of Magic, but it's about getting splinched. At its heart, this is a song about getting splinched. We've all been there. Splinched is, metaphor for, put in whatever you want to put in there. Motorhead, right?
Chaos in the ministry, finding Sal's locket, ripping from the bitches and put it in my pocket. Apparating from the mystery in a bloody rush. We gotta get to it and destroy this fucking horror cross. Oh shit! Rock got split! He actually grabbed on during the chase, but we've been a figure of Brimhall Place. Hermione changed course suddenly, but not everything came with Ron's body. Split! Split! Hey, split! Ron's bleeding, isn't he? Hermione, quick with the didn't. He's writhing in pain. Green smoke around. New skins appearing as he lie on the ground.
Details, man. Tell the scene. Tell the story.
Oh shit! Oh Oh shit! Run, but flinch! Yaxley grabbed on during the chase. We configured a griddle place. Took a quick turn to first and Dean. I feel bad for Ron Ruiz.
So, what do you want to say about the fact that 2 of these songs have been specifically about Ron, you know, and his emotional journey?
He's the most emo. I mean, Harry's pretty emo as well.
I think I focus on Harry usually.
You're more of a Harry personality type. I think more of a. I'm not really a Ron. Maybe.
Drop it in the comments, people. Drop it in the comments. Is he a Ron?
It is raining. It is raining in a really nice fashion out there.
It's been like this all day. It's been really nice. Oh, my shoes.
Almost like being in a cloud.
Can I get up and move my shoes?
Yes. Here we go. This is called A Rat's Lament. This is about in the 3rd book when Hermione buys Cookshanks, which is kind of a curious choice considering her best friend's pet is a rat.
Deserve this. Being chased around by your impulse purchase. You say it's a cat, but it has way too much strength. You're absolutely mental, but buying Cookshanks. I'm worried sick about your tabby gaps. My family's had 12 long years. This rat. Cookshanks. Once killed my rat.
AI-generated art is amazing.
Boop-be-doop-boop-boo. This one's called Beyond the Wall. Now, this is about when Harry first arrives to the burrow, and before they're allowed to have breakfast, Molly says, go denome the garden. Books only, obviously.
Denome the garden before breakfast. Denome the garden wet for run. Denome the garden is kinda hectic. Denome and denome crescent lawn. We search, and we swing around, make a busy sign that can't come back around.
Something about it being about swinging something around makes the genre fit so well.
That's true. That's true.
I'm enjoying my time at the burrow. They have family and they take care of one another. It's better in every way to present, but there's not a high bar, is it? I toss these gnomes for Molly. She's a mother
Molly.
I never got. I toss these gnomes for Molly. I hope one day she will and make it to black. We search, and we swing them round. Like a dizzy song that can't come back around. Was it dizzy? We give it our all. As we toss her far beyond the wall. Denome in the garden for breakfast. To sit with your family and eat. Denome in the garden, I feel it exist. Something I don't feel with the sleeps. One time and it can be so painful, but you're teaching me another way. I'm choosing you as my family. I guess I should marry today.
Wow, what an outro.
Okay, so this is about Harry's journey in the 4th book, talking about Harry and who's the most emotional. And I just thought, you know what? Harry must be so emotional during the Triwizard tournament.
So your father says I won't last 5 seconds. Well, I don't give a damn what Lucius thinks. Moody was right to turn you interfering. I don't give a damn what your father thinks. Ron's been a falcon, and these dragons are driving my tensions higher. Skulls turned against me. I didn't throw my name into the goblet of fire. thoughts is drowning. I feel like I'm gonna die. Folks aren't who they say they are. Not sure who I can trust. Moaning myrtles sexually harassing me while his ex grieves near my nuts. 4 key to Tommy R. They turned Cedric to a corpse. I managed to get away, but on the inside I'm deeply scarred. Can anyone bring me some killing weed? I feel death at the end of the road. If it ain't drowning,
How do people dance to this music?
I don't know. I've never have, so I think you're with your whole body. Is how I think.
I'm imagining people's their head goes forward while their arms go back, and then their arms go forward when their head goes back, something like that. Here, let's listen to for just another second.
Can anyone bring me some killing weed?
I don't know. That's what I was imagining.
We'll practice.
Okay. No, I think I like this one better.
Oh, you didn't play your Of Montreal?
No, I didn't. I think this is it. This one I like.
Dumbledore's applying the pressure to get Slughorn's memory for the pensive.
Slughorn pronounced wrong.
It's not like I'm focused on leisure, but this year at school's pretty intensive. Between my Quidditch cap to responsibilities to following Draco, Malfoy's suspicious active eyes, I'm getting by in potions with a strange old book and Ginny Weasley's making my heart gobbledygook. Dumbledore, I understand it's important, but I don't want to waste Felix Malicious on some corn.
Understandable.
I have to be at the center of all your plans. I'm just a boy, but you're a man.
Oh, I'm just a boy, but you're a man?
I thought I had him say orphan boy.
If life wasn't so crazy in the present,
oh, what'd you do?
I have more time for investigating the past.
That's true. It's an unfair burden to place on the child.
Don't you have a spell you could cast?
So powerful, right?
I'm
so
still
powerful.
dealing with the death of Sirius. Like two dealing with death is serious. Rod isn't turning out to be a great keeper. And I'm free, Malfoy's become a Death Eater. Fine, I'll take the Felix Malicious. Go down and do your dirty bidding. But once I wish you'd think of my wishes, stop treating me like one of your bitches.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, as Amari said, we're going to do one last one. This one is, it kind of sounds like Of Montreal, which is funny because I really loved them growing up, but I didn't type in Of Montreal, and I wasn't expecting Of Montreal. I didn't expect it to sound like that.
There's been a context change. Let's listen.
Do you remember the name of that song?
The problem with Udio is that it often names your songs very vague things, like the shadow of magic. And
Shadow of my past.
When you're writing about nothing but shadows and magic, it's not very helpful.
Okay, so it's about the dueling battle in Chamber of Secrets. So this is where Gilderoy and Snape have Malfoy and Harry go up in a dueling battle.
Mr. Gilderoy Lockhart, I've been scattered for the land. Snape's agreed to take part, although his face says it's curling. Perhaps it would be prudent to teach them to block underneath these spells. I wish I could practice the promises. One is as fragile as eggshells. So it's gonna be me and Malfoy, who wishes I was dead, but I am a brave boy.
Love that, like Mellotron.
The Malfoy cast serpent sword, the snake appears on the floor now. A puny Lockhart using the wrong curse. The snake popped up in the air and now it's worse. The snake's headed for Jocelyn Finch fudgy. I guess it's time for me to talk to it nicely. There, I did. I just call attention. Must be the mark of mention.
This also reminds me a lot of Ben Queller.
My favorite 2 lines.
I swear I
Told the snake to chill.
Cause I speak normal English. Nothing you say sounds like sticky gibberish. Oh boy, that is worth. There got to take on the air slithering. Oh, it's shine
I love the sonic sounds right there.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to call it, guys. There. That's the end of the podcast. Anything you want to say? Okay. So
Yeah, go out and go to udio.com. Make some music
songs.
about a story that you like. I mean, we've done Gilmore Girls.
I saw Jess on the bus today. He packed his bags to go away.
We just also did one about a Christmas movie that we watched with some friends. I don't know. I just think it's a lot. I've done it for my own novel that I'm writing. I think it's a great way to interact with a story you like.
don't sell those songs to anybody because that would be legally unethical.
Yeah. So we're not telling, this is just for
Don't
fun.
rip off other people's music
But
and
just
then try to use it for financial gain.
No, this is not about,
although we are allowed
money.
to gain on our 5 million.
Hit that subscribe button.
We get paid money when you guys watch these videos.
Literal.
No, we don't.
Sense.
And what else did I want to say? Oh, okay. So here's our thing we need you to do. You have homework. Go and watch Christmas Mail. This, if you haven't already, it is the talk of the town. This is the best movie to ever exist.
The best Christmas movie I've ever seen.
It just came out in 2010, and it's called Christmas Mail. And
15 years ago.
Don't look up anything about it.
Just watch it.
Just go and watch it.
I know that it's January.
It's worth getting a Peacock membership for. I think it's also on Amazon Prime, but I don't really know how Amazon works.
No.
But we actually did get Peacock to watch Christmas Mail, and we didn't cancel it because there's some other things on there that we liked.
Which will bring to you some audio songs likely about it at some point.
So our next, we're gonna do a follow-up episode where because we made, I think, some of our best songs ever are about this movie Christmas Mail.
I'd work at the post office.
And although everyone has already seen it, I'm gonna say maybe you haven't, so go and watch Christmas Mail.
And you might be thinking, Christmas content now?
No, it's worth it.
It is. Please. It's worth it.
Yeah, because we don't know what month it is in the year that you're in right now.
Yeah, we don't know from what time, space, continuum, location you're watching this.
I don't know you, dude.
Get out of here. I mean, no, don't
My
go.
phone is made of wood. I don't know who you are. There's no way for you to contact me.
That's all.
If you are making music that's
Write one for us.
Speaking of, we need to make faces for the thumbnail.
Oh,
so
fun.
this
Okay.
is our viral moment, and we get to choose what we're going to name the video as well right now.
AI Harry Potter? Are we canceled?
I don't know what the resolution is here, but if we're going to blow up our faces to be big, we might need to go get on our knees in front of the camera. Let's go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Okay, that's the thumbnail.
That secret report carrier has taken the girl I love and is going to marry her. Trump has stolen my girl. I wanted to ask her to dance. He's the best singer in the world. I never ever stood a chance. I wish I could be not Tonight club, it's the Warby Willow, crushing by flying car, breaking all the windows. Tonight club, it's the Warby Willow, crushing by flying car, breaking all the windows. Because I'm crushing on her by her knee.